Well, you could say we have our latest casualty to the streaming wars. I mean, you have to laugh at this. I mean, you really, truly, it's sad. You know, I don't like seeing any company go out of business, but unfortunately, oh wow, the money that was pumped into it, you know, you just got to say. Hi, it's Zane. Welcome to another edition of Madman with a Show. Here's a big one for you. A couple days ago, QUIBI announced that they're shutting down after 7 months.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
You know, this is the company that Katzenberg, you know, who used to be part of Disney, you know, Jeffrey Katzenberg, and Meg Whitman, who was with eBay, if I'm not mistaken. I believe she was with eBay. They got together, got some money together, about $2 billion, and basically put this together. And, you know, if you're not familiar with what QUIBI is that they put this together. It's sort of like YouTube, but for Hollywood. And really, they got some big people in there and stuff like that. And, you know, I had questions on it because why couldn't I put it on my TV or anything like that? And just now, a couple of days ago, the app was able to be used on your TV, which is kind of like one day too late, my friends. Let's take this off of this. We got this off digital TV. The big budget platform will raise more than $1.7 billion, which we know is $2. Ahead of its April 6th launch, published a Medium post announcing the shuttering and confirmed a handful of reports from the likes of the Information, Wall Street Journal. In an open letter addressed from founder Jeffrey Katzenberg and CEO Meg Whitman, the company confirmed that it is winding down the business and looking to sell off content and technology assets. Good luck. And that it had considered exhausted every option available to keep the streaming going. Let me tell you why. One of the reasons why it didn't work. They were trying to sell Hollywood YouTube. Plain and simple, Hollywood YouTube. Why am I going to pay a monthly fee, which I could see well-produced programming on YouTube? Because that's what you were paying. You were paying for stuff for like, I think it was like 7-10 minutes long videos, maybe a little bit longer on certain ones, by celebrities and stuff like that. And basically, it was what YouTube was. The letter goes on to identify the timing of the launch. Wait, let's see. They're going to blame COVID. Because of the idea itself wasn't strong enough to justify a standalone streaming service. As for the reason of the failure, it's an unlikely combination of the two. The deep initial launch window in which the app was downloaded by more than 2.7 million people doesn't mean they're going to watch. Reactions to the service was lukewarm at best. Why should I pay if I'm getting it for free? The pandemic put QUIBI in an unfavorable position, but a conversion rate of less than 10% from its free trial indicated that users were simply not interested in the platform and its content, obviously, and that the coronavirus...
Peekaboo, I see you.
See, here we go, was being used as something of a smokescreen. They tried to blame COVID, the corona, bad. Let me tell you, let me put a little 2 cents in here. People were home. Okay? Most people stayed home. They were watching whatever they could watch, whether it was on TV, which there was not much, and what was online.
Brilliant! Thank you! Thank
you! Like I said, you gotta laugh at this. Reports suggested that as little as 72,000 people were converted into paying subscribers at the end of its 3-month. Oh, I didn't even know that. 72,000 people? Wow! I have to laugh. The timing of QUIBI's launch is not only coincidental with the global corona pandemic, but also the metric rise of TikTok. Don't blame TikTok, which largely served as the same function and for free. Actually, more like YouTube. The last roll of the dice for QUIBI was the launch of CTV apps on Apple, Android, and Fire TV. I had a friend the other day had sent me on Facebook. He goes, "Yeah, I can watch QUIBI on my big screen TV now, but now it's going to go off. It's going out of business." And he was laughing. Recent reports suggest that Katzenberg, in an attempt to recover some of its massive amount of money, went into content and tech production. Let me tell you, like I said, big time Hollywood, big time money, spending so much money that basically they just went broke. Had been shopping for some of QUIBI's content to the likes of NBC Universe and Facebook. Now that the streamer is officially shut down, it seems certainly that most of its big budget shows like Anna Kendrick starring The Dummy and the reboot of MTV's iconic Punk will find homes on alternative platforms. I don't know. The letter to users and investors conclude a down note. All that's left now is to offer a profound apology for disappointing you and ultimately letting down. It's this situation where when you look at it from someone who has been in this business quite a long time, I have to laugh. Back in my public access days, there were people trying to copy public access shows, at first, and they couldn't get it done. So what happened was they started to offer deals to public access users. One of them was Beyond Vaudeville. If you've never heard them, they have on a Facebook page. Look them up. Very weird, very funny, very Adult Swimish type programming before ever Adult Swim. Because I criticized some of the shows on Adult Swim, like the Eric Andre show and stuff like that. We were doing shows like what Eric Andre is doing on Adult Swim years before that. Beyond Vaudeville was one of those shows. They ended up getting a contract with MTV for a short time period. It did okay for a while, but after a time period, the way MTV was going, and you can see the way MTV is now. MTV is not the same MTV as it was years ago. I mean, there are others who are still doing shows. They're newscasters. They work for ESPN. They work in the movie business and all that. And this all came out of public access. And the same thing is happening with YouTuber. The YouTubers here, they're the new alternative media. They're the new alternative entertainment. For the consumer, and it is free. I mean, some people do put some money toward them. They pay their super chats and they go to their sites. They buy their T-shirts and stuff like that. But that's okay. They're giving praise and they're helping them along. But there's some great shows. There are great shows out there. They're great little mini movies. There are a lot of people who do the little mini movies. There's that guy who did that Darth Vader movie that he had to spend $150,000 to make a mini Darth Vader movie, and George Lucas loved it. And then you have shows like Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers, which is doing fantastic right now. You have PewDiePie. You have all these guys, but yet the networks won't touch them. The streaming sites won't touch them. And then when they try to make their own, they fall short. QUIBI is one of these places. They fell short of trying to Hollywoodize what is already out there for free. They try to capitalize on that, but didn't realize is the best way to capitalize it is to create a copy of it. YouTube is in situations right now. You have an antitrust lawsuit coming along at Alphabet because of the issues that are going on, the censorship and all that. And, the YouTube thing is going to be added into there as well. And, it's a time that someone else, I mean, you have companies like ODYSEE out there and BitChute and a couple other sites out there that are trying to be competitive against YouTube. But it's very difficult to do that in the atmosphere with Google. So the smarter way would have gone for Katzenberg was to go in this direction, but he didn't. And this is what happened. Because basically you could make a lot of programming cheap. Equipment is cheap these days. You could buy a switcher for less than $500 these days. Camera is about $100. Laptops, computers, all that stuff is very inexpensive. And as far as software, you got free editing softwares out there, free audio systems, editing softwares. There's so much you could do with low budget. First of all, you only put it on as an app for your phone. So right there alone, immediately you should have been able to broadcast on a wider screen, on a large screen. But you didn't, and hey, this is what happens. You know, who, and I asked this, and I get Goldberg, who's next? And let me tell you, and it's going to come in the next couple episodes. There's going to be some contenders out there. There's going to be some contenders, and there are some big rumors out there. You know, you take it at a grain of salt. But the way things are going, I'm not going to say it yet because basically I'm going to wait a little bit. But some of the big ones that my viewer, may have a membership to, they could end up to be shut down. So, I'm going to ask you several questions to comment below. Did you try QUIBI? How did you like it? Did you find it awful? Did you find it satisfying? Are you okay with its demise, or are you upset that it's going to be gone? So tell me in the comments below. Feel free. Thank you for those who have subscribed very much. You know, it's great. You know, all my subscribers here at YouTube, at BitChute, at Odyssey, Parler. Thank you. Twitter too, Facebook. Thank you very much. So subscribe, like, and share this video. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, folks, and don't forget, catch us on Mondays for brunch with a madman. That's going to be our regular up there. We decided to keep that going for a little bit longer. So catch us out Monday around lunchtime. So we'll see you. Have a good weekend and enjoy.